Crazy Nick here from In-N-Out Gardens, www.inandoutgardens.com, giving you your tip and trick of the day. I want to talk about soil. We're going into the springtime, so soil is really important. If you're not mixing your own soil, we've got a bunch of pre-bagged soils that are fantastic to use, most of them pH stabilized, full of great, hearty, good ingredients. So I want to start down here at the end. We've got Black Gold, which is an OMRI approved Organic Materials Review Institute is what OMRI stands for. This is a great company that pretty much certifies organic ingredients. Natural Gold's also got a Water Hold, which is a cocoa blend potting mix. Helps retain a little bit more water. Usually a pretty airy mix though, so you don't have too much. It's a great water to retention ratio. Then we've got some straight cocoa. This is because a lot of people love this stuff. Real low EC value. I believe it comes in from Sri Lanka. A lot of people love to go 50-50 with the perlite. Some people use it just straight. Hydroponic or soil, or even soilless gardens can be used. Then we've got Sunshine Just Core, another OMRI approved bagged cocoa. Just Core is a local core. It's more of a red core instead of the more browner core, you know, coming from Sri Lanka. Both probably along the same lines, but little differences. Probably a lot of difference in the EC value. Then we go over to the Sunshine Organic Blend, another OMRI approved. Really nice and airy, mostly peat moss, perlite, vermiculite, a little bit of ginseng, which adds a little bit of organic fertilizer. Really nice, easy, very aerated. Same with the Sunshine. Sunshine Organic number 4 mix. It's pretty much just peat moss, perlite, and a little bit of ginseng. The thing that sets it aside is one's organic, one's not. This one also has vermiculite, which this one doesn't. Pretty much just peat moss and perlite is what you see. Then we move on down to the Roots Organics. Natural organic potting soil. It's a cocoa fiber base. It's got a list of great ingredients. It's a really nice mix. Drains pretty well. pH stabilized as well. A lot of them like to use oyster shell and leonardite to do that. Then we go down to the old famous Fox Farms. Fox Farms, we've got the original planting mix, which is pretty much, you know, no perlite. It looks like some perlite got in from another bag here, but no perlite. Just a soil, a castings, guano, a little bit of bark, but something you can start your base with. If you're going to be conditioning your beds, loosening them up a little bit, this soil conditioner is a great one. We've got mycorrhiza, humic acid, both promote excellent root growth. Soil microbes, bat guano, and earthworm castings. Looks very barky, but still has great ingredients and helps loosen up the beds. You know, pre-existing soils and stuff like that. It's great to add to it. Then we move on to the Happy Frog, which is a nice, easy soil, not too hot. Still has great list of fertilizer ingredients. You've got their natural organic because that's how they roll it. But same difference. You've got a little bit of perlite, a nice mix between castings, the old forest loam. Got some aged bark, and then mycorrhiza as well, which we don't see because it's a fine dust, but inoculates when watering. Then we go down to more of a real lightener, Light Warrior seed starter. Mycorrhiza and humic acid to help promote the seeds and inoculation of the seeds, or germination, excuse me. Light Warrior is fantastic. You got peat moss and perlite. It loosens up everything, but you still have the humic acid and mycorrhiza, which stimulates the root growth. Really good to mix with any bag soil to loosen it up, to get more aeration in your soil, or to pre-existing beds. Then we move down to the old famous Ocean Forest. Ocean Forest has been around a steady soil for years. Fantastic, tried and true. We've got a little bit of a fish mix in here to add a little extra boost of fertilizer besides like the frog, which is without. You still have your earthworm castings, your back guano, your mycorrhiza, all the goodies, you know. Looks a lot like the frog, but looks are deceiving. It's a lot hotter. Got a lot more fertilizer. Fertilizer for a couple more weeks, I'd say. But a fantastic soil mix. A lot of the perlite, the white stuff you're seeing in here, we carry the Supreme Perlite. It's a natural volcano rock. Pretty much just pops up and like almost popcorn, and then they mine it up. But it adds a lot of variation without retaining a lot of water to it. Last but not least, we've got the coconut. The boys from Vermicrop Organics came out with this coconut, fantastic ground hemlock. It's kind of a cocoa substitute. You can do it indoor or outdoor. Comes from a Washington native plant, as far as I understand, which is the hemlock tree, and it's a sliverless bark, so you don't get any slivers when you're working at it, like some traditional soils. Low EC value, mixed with perlite or add to existing beds. Fantastic product. Then we've got a little bit of this down-to-earth organic worm compost, which is a 50% compost and then a 50% worm castings. Looks pretty dirty, but the small bits are all little castings. They've dried up a little bit because the bag's been opened, but a lot of times the castings will look real moist. But a compost 50% and then castings 50%. Fantastic, but really hot. So that's Nick with your tip of the day, giving you some choices on soils and a little bit of knowledge about it. Come check out our website for some more tips and facts on these soils, inandoutgardens.com. Thank you very much.